Good evening, loves, and welcome to a taste of Lavina, Poetic, Empress, coming at you with a taste of Marcus Turner, aka Black Phoenix. Well, until my guest gets in the building, you know we're gonna get this party started. Black Phoenix, hello, hello, Pam, hello, how are you? You got, I'm gonna bring Black Phoenix in just a second. You know I like to do the spill about my books. Deepest Thoughts by Lavina, Expressions by Lavina, and My Dirty Little Secret make up great gifts for this holiday season coming up. Hello, Blood Brother Mike. Thank you for joining. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to bring my guest in the building. 1 second. I have sent him an invite so we can get this party started. Hello, Pam. Thank you for joining, sweetie. How are you doing this evening? Good evening, good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. This is a taste of Lavina, Poetic, Empress, coming at you with a taste of Marcus Turner, aka Black Phoenix. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing well, Queen. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Um, I'm gonna start off. The first question, well, I usually read bio and all that, but I have to ask, are you related to Nat Turner?
I don't think so, but it's something I'd like to research.
Yes, I wish you would, because after doing a little research on you, I was like, he's got to be. In any case, okay. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us how Black Phoenix came into being.
All right. Well, originally from Lynchburg, Virginia, where spoken word, well, the part where I lived in, Virginia, spoken word it wasn't really a hot spot for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I still wrote poetry. I just didn't get into the spoken word side until I moved to South Carolina, where
Mm-hmm.
I got more into spoken word. And obviously didn't start out very good at it, but
Mm-hmm.
I studied, learned, and grew. And there's a host of a venue that we had here, Red
Mm-hmm.
Clay Cafe, that he said
Mm-hmm.
that it was such a difference from my performance that night from the previous nights. They said it was almost a rebirth. So that's when I came up with the nickname Phoenix and threw black in front of it because, well, number one, black is my favorite color, and two, uh, I consider it as more of a shade because, well, it is a shade because it absorbs all frequencies of light within the visible spectrum. So
Right.
I consider that as absorbing different things into me and growing.
Oh, wow. Excellent. Excellent. I do apologize. The app that I use for my sound effects, it clicked off and I had to click it back on, so it's making this noise. But I love the answer you just gave. Um, Now, I want to ask the second question, um, but I'm thinking I want you to do a poem first,
Oh,
please.
okay. Of course, we can do that.
Okay.
You see, I've been told that I'm one of the smoothest, most laid back cats that most people know. But that is the surface. Because inside this mind, the soul of my lies more turmoil than I let most people know. Memories of when I want to take a bath, but I throw a pot on the stove filled up with water. Stomach's rumbling, but nothing in the house to eat but peanut butter sandwiches. Tell me, did you ever eat so much you wanted a time machine to stop George Washington Carver? If not, picture a young black child growing up in a low income family, given no chance at success. Teachers left him alone, so I picked up drums because not only was I going to march to a different beat than what was laid out for me, but I would make my own. Graduated, got a job, but me and seven others called in the office, handed our pink slips, all of us being of darker complexions. against bosses on employees whose complexions mirrored their reflections. Can't sleep at night because memories ran endless upon endless laps in my mental of how my best friend slept with my girlfriend. Or most call that drama because he fucked my girl, fucked me over, but in the process fucked up his health, so I call that karma. Where I'm from, much like the Matrix, you had a choice between red or blue. But I'm not talking pills, I'm talking bandanas. One hanging out your back pocket while you sling cane for pocket change, toting guns for extra clips. Yeah, I know, that's bananas. Young boy had his choice, but had chose neither, but had a friend that went all in, though begged by others not to do it. But I guess he didn't watch the Matrix enough because he just wasn't fast enough to dodge the bullet. Fast forward 2 years, I struggle in college classes to get a degree while he sleeps in a bed, his headboard reading R.I.P. Fast forward 2 more years, no job, no degree, but South Carolina's hiring, packed bags with nothing but clothes, left, didn't look back, but 2 states away from my closest friends and family. Can't tell me there's nothing hard about that. Got an email the other day saying a close friend of mine died. Type back, I miss you. My heart bleeds. Send, but couldn't send all the tears I cried through that computer screen. So I found myself on my knees praying so much for peace I practically lived on them because somewhere someone told me Jesus is on the main line, but I can't help but feeling he must have had it disconnected or took the phone off the hook because I couldn't find peace. Only finding peace was smoking a little weed, but that peace was only temporary. So what do I choose? Option A, my pen, my pad, or option B, painted wall brain matter. No, not time for me to leave, so I grip my notebook tightly, raise my eyes to the sky. I thank God for poetry.
You are amazing. And definitely intelligent, smart, genius like, because I've heard some of your other poems and the way you uh, took the movie Live, Die, Repeat
Yeah.
and put that into today's society. That just blew my mind. And then, well, and let me say before I say another word, ladies and gentlemen, if you do not follow Black Phoenix, please do and check him out, not just on Instagram, but on YouTube also. Black Phoenix, Marcus Turner, aka Black Phoenix. And put in, when you put it, type in Black Phoenix on YouTube, make sure you put in poet or poetry and his name will come up so you can see some more of his poems, his poetry. When you did the poem with the Rubik's Cube, that I was just like, what in the world? And you didn't read the poem, you spoke the poem. And how long did it take you to even put that together like that?
Well, the poem obviously came first. That was written based off of I was going through a breakup at the time, which is funny because it started out as a different type of poem, one of the lines that's in there, but it went from that to being a breakup poem, and I just wrote it from there. And as far as for put the Rubik's Cube to it, I had a fellow poet that heard me do the piece, and he said, "Hey, you should solve a Rubik's Cube by doing it." I guess he was like just saying it as a joke, but I was just like, "Oh, well, I guess I could."
And that's how that came about.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. And then you filmed it. So, and went straight through it. Yeah. I was thinking that you had already learned to solve the puzzle first and then end up writing a poem based on how long it took you to solve the puzzle. So that's hot that you actually wrote the poem first and then put it to that because you started and ended at the same time. Started solving the puzzle. So that's amazing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Amazing. Now, do you think that Blacks need a leader, someone who is a thinking man, a man who is strategic at coming up with a plan for Blacks to thrive in the years to come without having our homes and businesses and buildings burned to the ground?
History would probably dictate yes, because there was Malcolm and Martin, and then before that you had Huey and Nat Turner. Before that, and it wasn't even a man you could think Harriet Tubman was slaves as being a leader. So yeah, somebody as a leader, and even not even just if you look at blacks in the past, like if you even go historically, even if you want to go back to the Bible, there was always a leader or a head that was appointed for that.
So have you thought about like why we don't have one now?
Uh, it's something I thought about. It's something that I can't really give a clear answer for,
Mhm.
because it's. I mean, the only thing I can do is theorize and not really give a clear answer. As far as for theorizing, for me, too many people want the fame and the glory, but they don't want the work that comes with it.
Right.
In that category, it's like I want to be known as a great leader. I want to be known as this. Okay, what work are you willing to do that? Are you
Exactly.
plus? It takes a lot of sacrifice to do it, and a lot of people don't want to do that sacrifice.
Hmm.
And if you look historically with that, great men don't die of old age, and not many people want that sacrifice.
Right, right. Now, before I ask the next question, which is going to be related to that question I just asked you, please bless us with another piece.
All right, cool. So I want to take this opportunity to talk about love. See, love is one of the most complex yet sought after emotions in the world. But when you've had your heart broken as much as I have, you begin to hate love. And as a black man in America, you find that being hated is an everyday thing, and a part of you really wishes that you could find love. I just want to ask you, can you love me as much as America hates me? Make me feel that this melanated skin I live in isn't a moving target for those that want all people of darker hues whitewashed or wiped off this plane of existence. I'm talking about that endless butterflies in my stomach type love. I want you to make me feel like a teenager, running down the street, carefree, eating Skittles, sipping iced tea for a Zimmer. I mean, life killed my innocence. So please, don't break my heart, because living in America already leaves me broken, and I'm tired of running to love that always starts off cleansing my spirit but ends up killing me slowly. You know, that Flint, Michigan water type love, because that love is toxic. I want you to love me the way cops love black men selling cigarettes outside of a corner store. So hold me tight with no thoughts of letting go. Baby, I want you to take my breath away. So I am sick of running to love that always ends well before it's time. You know, that Sandra Bland type love. It always stops for the smallest thing, and no matter how hard I fight to fix it, I'm always left hanging.
Mm.
So can you amnesia my heartbreak? I want to wake up forgetting what heartache feels like and have nothing but fond memories of my wedding bells. You know, the one Sean Bell didn't get to hear the next day. Just have me running into the church house, thanking God for sending me the woman that I prayed for. And even if I'm shot down or blown up in the middle of my grace, I can go to the heavenly gates with a smile on my face. Oh, but don't get it twisted, because I know that love is no pool party. There are no picnics, and there have been plenty of times that I was basking in the sunshine of my affections, daydreaming of a leisurely drive with my future queen and a little princess in the back seat, only to have reality shoot me down. But trust, I'm ready to work for this. So Cupid, I'm down on my knees with my hands up, fully surrendered, begging for a chance at love, ready to give this all I've got. So fire your arrows at me, but I promise you, I'm no Mike Brown, so it won't take 6 shots. So officer, America, baby, all I'm
Mm.
simply saying is I want you to love me. Love hate.
And I'm asking this question because of your passion for what is going on in America. Have you thought about being a leader, taking the lead?
It's something I've thought about, but at the same time, you also have to know where you stand. And I
Mm-hmm.
know that I'm not that type of leader
Mm-hmm.
because I put it like this. I know I can't be the voice, but hopefully I can at least inspire someone who is to be the voice. Because almost like this is probably a poor comparison, but it's almost like John the Baptist, like he wasn't to be the Messiah, he was to prepare the way. So hopefully
Forerunner.
I could at least be the spark for somebody, if not that.
Okay. So you're the forerunner for that. At least that's what you see for
Or
now.
yeah, or see like someone hears a poem, it's like, you know what? I should be that because I know I'm not that.
Why would you say you're not that?
I say I'm not because I know my limits. I've put myself, well, excuse me, I've tried to put myself in that leadership role to be that one to say, hey, let's do the march, let's do that. And that's not in me. Because if you know you can't help, you know you can't be the one, don't be the one to drag it down. That's my goal of it, or my take on it.
Okay. Okay. Got you. Now to lighten it up a little bit, because I've been throwing all these serious questions at you. I'm going to ask you three questions from the titles of my books. One of your deepest thoughts, one of your favorite expressions, and one of your dirty little secrets. The dirty little secrets you don't have to answer. It's really just for fun. But
Okay.
which one of your deepest thoughts?
Well, you kind of already dragged some of my deepest thoughts out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, sometimes like some of my deepest thoughts are really just like, what can we do to fix what's going on in America, or really, why would it really be on us to fix it? Because it's almost like I think a lot about the situation in terms of when people of will ask in race relations, like, what can we do to fix it? And it's like, I don't know, we're not the ones that broke it. And like like prime example for me is like with the issue when it comes to protests. I feel like sometimes we're the only people who ask the ones who are protesting for the proper way to protest sometimes.
Mhm.
So it's like for example, with the issue when Colin Kaepernick taking a knee during the national anthem, and you say, and there's big outrage over that. So like, okay, well, let's peacefully protest, but nothing gets done. And then there things from violence. Say, no, don't do that. And it's like, okay, what's the proper way? So it's like you keep saying, don't do this, don't do this. Okay, so what's the proper way? And we don't have an answer for that. And I think about it as in, why should we have to ask you the proper way for that?
Mhm. Right.
That, but yeah, that's kind of my deepest thought. And your second question was
Your favorite expression.
favorite expression. Uh, favorite expression is well, it's quickly becoming, well, obviously it's a Star Wars reference, so this is back to my geekdom. But it's something that also my mentor Moody always says: there's only do or don't do, don't try.
There's nothing in between. I tell people that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you either doing it or you not. Yeah, definitely. I like that. And one of your dirty little secrets.
Yeah.
Everybody gives that reaction. They're like,
It's not, well, it's not necessarily a dirty secret. Well, not,
mm-hmm.
I say not a dirty secret because I don't really hide it as much as per se. It's just not something that comes up. But my favorite genre of poetry to write about and perform was quickly becoming one of my favorite genres of poetry to write about and perform is actually erotic poetry, which I don't do a lot of, but I
Mm-hmm.
do some of it.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a good one. Good one. Good one. Okay. Now, before you leave, you have to give us another poem. And also, I want to say thank you so much for coming on my platform. I just think you're totally amazing and a genius. Because, like I said, when I seen you do that poem and work that cube, and by the end of the poem, you was finished the cube, I was like, oh, yeah, he the one. He's the one. But, and you should give more thought to being a leader according to God's plan and not man's plan. But I'm going to leave that right there on that table. But please bless us with another poem. Give the audience some words of encouragement afterwards before you check out. Please.
All right. Well, words of encouragement is probably going to sound really weird after this poem that I do.
It's okay. Let me tell you
Um,
something. I'm not going to be surprised what comes out of your mouth because you're not the typical poet.
all right, cool. So this here, well, first before I do this poem, I got a confession about this one.
Okay.
See, this here is not an erotic poem. Consider this your final warning. Don't let my button-ups fool you. You must not have heard anywhere along the line that us geeks can make some of the best freaks. And if you truly want to test this, there is no thing for you to come and see me, but don't let these button-ups fool you. Because there's more than a million things I could do for you and to you, and just like Burger King, baby, you can have it your way, so tell me, how do you like your orgasms? See, we have the endless waterfall squirts, the uncontrollable back spasm specials, my personal favorite, the dick down till you pass out. Either one is cool with me. If you can't decide, fuck it, we'll just do all three, but don't let these button-ups fool you. Because us geeks, we truly do make the best freaks, and before you even ask me, yes, that does include a little kink. So don't be afraid to bust out the handcuffs because you won't need those hands tonight, to whips and chains because I know how to punish a bad girl, edible pays for my sweets because I love to eat something sweet. Don't forget that slave word, baby, because we will do shit to make 50 shades of gray blush red. Don't let these button-ups fool you. Because us geeks, we truly do make some of the best freaks. And even if you're not into a little kink, that's okay. We can go a little gently. But even then, the sex thing is no game to me, while other lames like to jump around collecting side pieces like checkers and claim after one night you're on the kingdom, baby. I've already graduated chess. Follow. See, what that means is I do more than just move forward missionary. I'm no pawn with the sex game, those up, down, left, right moves. So pass A, I'm no rook E, recognizing you as a queen. So no move is off limits. The only L you take in the bedroom is this LD, because this knight is a warrior. So once my bishop moves in position, I won't stop till you tap on her eyes, roll back and you pass out, and it's in game. No Avengers checkmate. I told you, don't let my button-ups fool you. Because us geeks, we truly do make the best freaks. And if you rather me put it to you bluntly, okay, I want you to fuck me like you hate me. So lay back on the bed. Make me lick every inch of your bias if you know that it's poisoned. And I'm trying to commit suicide. And if I try to stand up, push me back on the bed, sit on my face, and that's my tongue. Moonwalks and spins on your clit, drown me in your waters of ecstasy. Disregard my breathing, my face is purely for your pleasure. There's a reason I grew this beard out. Because we will fuck like we hate each other. As I throw you back on the bed and throw your legs back till your toe ring touches the headboard, I'm gonna pound away at your pleasure zone, bury your nails to my chest and back as you heard somewhere that there was treasure hidden in my body. And the only tools you have to dig with are your hands. Then I will flip you over, bend you over at the waist, hitting it from the back. I'm gonna be so deep inside of you that when you try to lick the roof of your mouth, it's me that you taste. Then I'll grip you by your waist, pull your hair back. Don't even moan as you take my back shots. Just look back every now and then with an evil scowl and say, nigga, is that all you got? So leave words like love and matrimony outside of my doors. I'm entering you. Love has no place here. My hearing has gotten tricky. I love you starts to sound like you're going to fuck me over, so just fuck me. As if your pussy is a lethal weapon and my dick is my weakness. Fuck me as if each orgasm I give you brings me closer to my death. Ride me like an elevator up and down at your pleasure, or better yet, like you're having flashbacks of the pony you asked your father for as a child but never got. And as you ride me, choke me. As if you want payback for those ass slaps I was giving as I was hitting it from the back. Fuck me and suck me like you hate me. Don't just give me head. Deep throat my rod and staff as if you're tasting a pudding pop for the first time and you love it. And when I climax, swallow my life essence as if it helps you to devour my soul. Fuck me as you hate me. And when it's over, tell me how much you loved it.
Geeks make the best freaks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, please don't forget you said you would give some words of encouragement.
Yes. To all those who are writers, if you're closet writers or have a dream about writing, definitely stick to it and don't stop. Because one of the things about me coming up when I first started in the spoken word, I clearly remember nights when, well, actually, it's one specific instance that sticks out is I was in a store and a woman who had went to Red Clay Cafe asked me, hey, are you going there, be there to do poetry? I said, yeah. And she said, oh, I'm not going there. Like, literally, flat out.
Wow.
And yeah, a few years, a couple of regional national titles later, here I am still doing it. So
Congratulations. Wow. That's awesome. So, how many awards?
well, let's see. If it's been four regional awards, uh, one national award, and yeah, current slam master of the area, um, multiple time haiku champion here in the upstate. I want to say 3 times here in the upstate. Wait, let me count the trophies. Yeah, it's 3 times.
That's awesome. And those are, I'm glad you said that because somebody needed to hear that. Keep pressing, keep pushing, keep going. So that's awesome. Congratulations. And thank you again. Are you going to write a book?
Yes. It's something I'm going to work on with writing a chapbook. I do have albums out. Well, I have one album out from the Ashes, which is a spoken word CD. So you can find that on iTunes. It's Black Phoenix from the Ashes. I'm also working on a new album coming up Mirror, where I've got 2 tracks recorded so far for that. Um, a brand new poem, Love Loop, and the one Dedication that I have.
Okay. Well, thank you again. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a taste of Lavina, Poetic, Empress, coming at you with none other than Marcus Turner, aka Black Phoenix, what? Rising. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, follow him. Keep up with him. He's excellent, superb, supreme. Let's go.
Yes. Oh, before I let you go, I do have to go one thing. So one thing we are working on is we all do have a network that's coming up. Is going to be aimed for the culture, for the collective. So follow them on YouTube as well, with the YouTube channel, because we're actually putting together a whole channel for all things entertainment, but also centered around spoken word as well, because that's one thing I feel that, hey, there aren't very many platforms or many ways for spoken word artists to express themselves. So why not build our own platform? So be on the lookout for AIM, for the culture, for the collective. I'm actually going to be hosting 2 shows for that. One is going to be one man, one woman shows for poets to feature, as well as a slam for poets, the Money Where Your Mouth Is slam. So, yeah, and that's everything.
That's excellent. Thank you again for joining us tonight.
Yes, and thank
Have a
you
good
for having me.
evening and happy holiday.
Happy holidays to you too.
And one thing, you might want to check out my book, My Dirty Little Secret.
Yes,
Okay.
I'll definitely check that out.
Yes. Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you tonight for joining with Black Phoenix. I appreciate it. Join me next Tuesday evening at 10 p.m. Oh my goodness. Of course, I didn't look at the book to find out who is coming next weekend. Oh, wait, yes, I know. D. Strange, the violinist, I believe is next Tuesday evening at 10 p.m. So please join me. Thank you for joining me tonight. This has been a taste of Lavina, Poetic, Empress, and I will see you guys next Tuesday evening at 10 p.m. Thank you. Mwah. Peace and blessings.